Hi, my name is Major Brian Thomas. I'm with the Paterson, New Jersey Adult Rehabilitation Center, and I just want to take a few moments to introduce you to four gentlemen who've been in our program, and I thought they represented well God's transforming power that we get to see every day at the ARC. You know, you're seeing these gentlemen and you're hearing their story, and it may hit close to home for you. You may be having struggles of your own, and I just want to encourage you that there's an ARC that's near to you, and if you need our services, or if you have a family member or a friend that needs this kind of help, please don't hesitate to let us know. It is really our joy and our pleasure to do this work. We also have programs that take in women. I know that the program in Hartford, Connecticut, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and some others provide the same kind of service for women who need what we have to offer. Again, I'd like to thank you. My name is Major Brian Thomas from the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center in Paterson, New Jersey.
Good morning. My name is Brian Shaw. A few months ago, well, about a year ago, I was pretty much homeless, living in the woods in a tent, doing what I had to do to survive. I'm an alcoholic. I really never had any problem with drugs. I tried different shelters, and someone introduced me to the Salvation Army. And I basically think it was God that brought me there, because I didn't want to go. But something told me that I needed to do something with my life, because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I knew I had to do something to take care of it. So I walked into Paterson, went down to the Salvation Army. Next month, actually, I'm celebrating a year of sobriety, and I've been doing very good in the program. I was lucky enough to get hired by the administration. So now I still live there, and I work for the Salvation Army. Quite honestly, I never tried to quit drinking. I was sort of on the pity party. I wanted to drink myself to death. My family wanted nothing to do with me. My siblings, my children wanted nothing to do with me. But now that I straightened my life up and I'm a part of the Salvation Army, my family is open up to me. I found out that I was a grandfather. So many things have opened up to me since I've been in this program. And I have, the Salvation Army and God to thank for everything. I'm still out in the streets, still struggling with addiction, drugs or alcohol. I don't know what your problems may be. With me, it was alcohol. And like I said before, God is there. He's always out there willing to help you. The Salvation Army is always out there willing to help you. You just gotta hit rock bottom, if you would, and just admit to yourself that you have a problem, you need some help, because God is always around us, always willing to help, and always willing to listen. Okay, once again, my name is Brian Shaw, and just to reiterate, there is hope at the end of that tunnel. That light is shining very brightly. As long as you believe in God and the Salvation Army, everything will come together, trust me. I'm living proof that it works. I'm celebrating a year of sobriety next month, and I've never felt better in my life.
It's amazing what 5 months has done in my life. I wasn't hooked on drugs or alcohol, but I was hooked on a lifestyle and behavior that caused my life to be a wreck. I'm 55 years old, and for about 35 to 36 years of that, I've spent in prison. I'm the oldest of 17 kids. I have 9 brothers and 7 sisters. Where I grew up was real rough, and I had to protect my brothers and sisters. According to the court system, I was labeled a monster. I was very violent in nature, not to my family, but to those outside of my household. I've been accused of 5 homicides, arrested for 3, found guilty of 1. And up until about, I'll say 5 months ago, although I come from a large family, I've always felt like I was in this world alone. Up until about 5 months ago, I was like what you would call a person that was walking around without any spirituality. And at one point, I didn't even believe that God really existed because I didn't think God would allow a person to go through the stuff that I've been through. But now that I have a better understanding of what spirituality is, I've come to understand what my grandfather used to say. And he said that, church and everything like that is for people who's trying to keep from going to hell. Spirituality is for people who've been through hell and survived and came back. My name is Anthony. I was once blind. But now I can see, because the shutters have been lifted, the gate has been opened, and I can see the light on the other side. Something else I wanted to say. I've heard the story about Jesus being on the other side of the door. There's no doorknob on his side. But on our side is the doorknob. And throughout life, he never goes away. But it's up to us to open up the door to let him in. Gotta be the most patient God in the world. Because he stands out there and waits until you do open up the door. And once you open up the door, he comes in and whatever you did in the past is over. It's all been forgiven. Give yourself a break. Let him in and see how life could be. Be at peace with yourself. Be at peace with the world.
About 6 months ago, my life was in complete turmoil. I was living in a shed, drinking every day. I'd work, but I'd work just to get drunk and get high. But Salvation Army has changed my life. I'm starting to find God. I have a purpose. I actually feel like I'm worth something today. I don't know how to explain it, but it's working. And today I can actually look at myself and with some dignity and say I'm worth living, because I was on the verge of just committing suicide. It was just, let's drink enough to die. But God evidently has a plan for me. Haven't figured out what it is yet. In his time, he'll reveal it. I've tried quitting drinking numerous times. I've been in and out of AA program since I've been 17. I'm 49 now, so I'm looking at many years. I've always tried to do it my way, with me. Doesn't work. I found God, with God it's working for me. I don't know how to explain it. He's brought a purpose to me in my life, and without him, none of this would be possible. And again, I want to thank the Salvation Army and those people who give generously to the Salvation Army, for I am the product of being saved by you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Thomas Brunetto. I'm coming from the Salvation Army ARC in Paterson, New Jersey. I've been there since September, so that's about 7.5 months. The Salvation Army has changed my life dramatically. I was in a very bad place. I'm 6'3" now, 200 pounds, and back then I was about 150 pounds. I was not doing well at all. I lost everything. I lost my house, my children, my wife, my car, everything. I went to jail, and I was praying to God that I would get out. Somebody would pay my bail, and I would be able to go back to the Salvation Army. So my uncle actually paid my bail. I made it back in time for curfew at the Salvation Army in Paterson. And ever since then, I have been a man of God. Probably my greatest regret is letting my two daughters, Chloe and Leela, down. I was doing very well. I had a great job, and I just went downhill very quickly, very rapidly. I remember this one time I was leaving to go stay at a hotel for a couple days, and my daughter said, "Daddy, where are you going?" I told her that I was going to work when I was not going to work. I was going to stay at a hotel to binge on drugs. The first couple days I had a lot of doubts. I wanted to leave, but I always kept pictures of my two daughters, Chloe and Leela. I looked at them and I just wanted to break down in tears. I couldn't let them down. Now I want to speak to you today, watching this video. I mean, maybe you're having doubts as well, but I urge you to please just stay one more day maybe. Read the Bible. Find God, because when you have faith in God, He will not let you down. In my future, I see me having my daughters back, for one. Two, maybe my daughters and I go to church. Finally, that's something I've never done with them before. Again, I want to thank the Salvation Army. My name is Thomas Brunetto, and I'm living by faith.